Okay students, welcome back to Dr. Shodop's classes. So today we are tackling a question from the Madras School of Economics entrance examination. So today we are monopolist. Okay, so imagine you own the only oxygen shop on Mars. You are not asking for a price, you are telling people the price. But wait, even a king has limits. So if you charge $1 billion of oxygen, people will just choose to, well, expire. So not good for your business, right? So let's look at this problem from the Madras School of Economics and see how much we should actually produce to maximize our evil genius profits. So look at the question. So the question says, let the demand function faced by the monopolist be Q is equal to 100 minus P, where P is the price, and let the marginal cost of production be 10 per unit. Then the output produced by the monopolist is option A is 55, option B is 40, option C is 35, and our option number D is none of this. Okay, so let's discuss this. Okay, look at our demand function. Q is equal to 100 minus P, right? This is the mood of the market. It tells us how much people like us. But as economists, we hate having Q on the left. We want to know the price because we are greedy. So let's flip it. So if I talk about the inverse demand function, P is what? 100 minus Q. So think of this as the sticker price, and if I want to sell 10 units, I charge 90. If I want to sell 90 units, I charge 10. Easy, right? Now if I talk about the total revenue, like money coming in is TR equal to price into quantity, right? So TR will be equal to 100 minus Q into Q. So that will be 100Q minus of Q square. Now wait, don't let the Q square scare you. In economics, whenever you see a square term in revenue, it means you are dealing with a curve and you are not just selling more. You are lowering the price for everyone just to sell that one extra unit. That's the monopolist burden. Okay. Now we need the golden rule of economics. This is MR equal to MC. If the next unit brings in more money than it costs to make, then you make it. And if it costs more than it brings in, stop. You are losing money. Okay. Now if I talk about the marginal revenue, okay, so yeah, let's use a little calculus magic over here. Now for a linear demand curve, the AMR curve is always twice as steep as the demand curve. Okay, so if P is equal to 100 minus Q, then AMR will be what? 100 minus 2Q. Okay, so it's like the demand curves manner, faster brother. Okay, so if I talk about the marginal cost, the problem says AMC is 10. It's constant. It does not matter if we make the first unit or the 100th. So it costs 10 bucks. It is the more boring part of the problem. So let's set the stage first. So MR equal to what? MC. So 100 minus 2Q will be equal to 10. Now subtract 100 from both the sides. So we get minus of 2Q is equal to minus 90. So Q will be equal to 45. Wait a minute. 45 is not there, right? Did I fail math? Did the Madras School of Economics prank us? No. Look at option number D. None of the above. Okay. So before you pack up, here is why this matters in this world. Why is not the answer 55? If you produce 55 units, your MR would be what? 100 minus 2 into 55, that is minus 10. You'd literally be paying people to take your stuff. This is the thing, okay? So if I talk about the perfect competition, in a perfect world, P is equal to MC. So 100 minus Q will be equal to 10. So Q will be 90. Okay. If I talk about the monopoly, we restrict the output. Q is equal to 45 to jack up the price. Okay. And monopolies produce less and charge more. That's why we have antitrust laws. Okay. So the profit maximizing output is 45. Since 45 is not in the list, the answer is our option number D, none of the above. Okay. So inverse demand is what? P is equal to 100 minus Q, right? Marginal revenue MR equal to 100 minus 2Q. Marginal cost MC equal to 10. And if I talk about the equilibrium, then 100 minus 2Q is equal to 10 and Q is equal to 45. Okay. So this was the whole solution for this question. See you in the next session, guys. Bye-bye.